9 Habits Killing Your Testosterone. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Do you honestly think your testosterone is fine? Are you absolutely sure about that? Because for millions of men, what feels normal is actually a slow, steady decline they're not even aware of. It's a silent epidemic happening right under our noses, masked by the daily grind and the assumption that feeling just okay is the best we can expect. We've been conditioned to accept a lower standard of vitality, to believe that our peak is long behind us. But what if that's a lie? What if normal is actually a shadow of what you're truly capable of feeling? The truth is, there are 9 everyday habits that are likely wrecking your T levels faster and more silently than you could ever imagine. These aren't obscure, once-in-a-lifetime mistakes. They are ingrained in our modern lifestyle, things we do every single day without a second thought, believing they're harmless. But they add up, creating a cascade effect that systematically dismantles your masculine energy from the inside out. Maybe you feel it already. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual drain, like a slow leak in a tire. You feel a little tired, but it's more than that. It's a deep, bone-weary fatigue that a third cup of coffee just can't fix. It's waking up feeling like you haven't slept at all. You find yourself a bit less motivated, struggling to start projects, or even get out of bed with that old fire you used to have. That spark, that ambition that once defined you, now feels distant, replaced by a persistent brain fog that makes even simple decisions feel overwhelming. Maybe you see it in the mirror. You're putting in the work at the gym, you're consistent, but you're not seeing the results. Your strength has plateaued, and building or even maintaining muscle feels like an impossible uphill battle. You look the same month after month, and that initial drive you had is being crushed by a wave of frustration. You start to wonder, what's the point? And what's the first thing you do? You blame being busy, telling yourself it's just a stressful season at work that will eventually pass. Or you chalk it up to getting older, shrugging your shoulders and accepting this decline as an inevitable, non-negotiable part of the aging process. Society tells us this is just what happens to men past 30, 35, 40. We're sold this narrative that our best days are behind us, and we should just gracefully accept a life with less energy, less drive, and less passion. But what if that narrative is completely wrong? What if the real culprit isn't your age or your schedule? What if it's the simple, unconscious daily habits secretly tanking your T levels, one small choice at a time? What if you could reclaim that lost energy, not by fighting against time, but by simply changing the way you live, day by day? We're talking about things you do without a second thought, from the food you eat and the containers you use to store it, to how you unwind at the end of the day with your phone, even the very way you sleep. These are the invisible enemies, the hormone disruptors hiding in plain sight, and today, we're dragging them into the light. In this video, we're exposing all 9 of them in a fast, myth-busting format. We're going to dismantle the excuses and cut through the confusion. And we're not just pointing out problems, we're giving you a simple, science-backed fix for every single habit. This isn't about adding more stress to your life, it's about making strategic swaps that work for you, not against you. There's no fluff here and no complicated science lectures that require a biology degree. We're going to break it down into plain English, so you understand not just to do, but it works. This is all about clear, actionable steps you can start implementing the moment this video ends. No waiting, no complex prep. You can literally pause this video, make a change, and start moving the needle in the right direction today. So forget the crazy biohacking trends you see online that require a spreadsheet to manage. And please, stop wasting your hard-earned money on expensive, unproven supplements that promise the world but deliver nothing but disappointment and a lighter wallet. The health and fitness industry is full of noise designed to confuse you and sell you things you don't need. We're cutting through all of that. The real, lasting answer lies in small, strategic changes that create a massive, compounding impact on your energy, your drive, your mood, and your overall health. It's about building a foundation of hormonal health that supports everything else you do in life. We'll challenge the myths you've been told, like the idea that you need to live in the gym, or that cardio is king, and show you what really moves the needle. The solutions are often simpler and more intuitive than you've been led to believe. If you're ready to stop guessing and start taking control, If you want to feel stronger in your body, think sharper in your mind, and have the boundless energy to conquer your day, every day, then watch this. This is your official wake-up call. We're counting down all 9 habits, starting right now with the one that many men consider a non-negotiable part of their social life. And pay close attention. Don't skip any, because that one harmless habit you ignore, the one you think doesn't apply to you, might be the very one that's holding you back the most. It's time to stop accepting normal and start building the vitality you deserve. Let's get into it. Alright, let's dive into 3 common habits that are quietly sabotaging your testosterone levels, often without you even realizing it. We're going to break down not just what they are, but exactly how they're holding you back and give you a clear, actionable plan to take back control. First up, excessive alcohol. Many of us enjoy a drink to unwind, and there's a pervasive myth that a little bit is harmless or even beneficial. But when it comes to your hormones, even moderate drinking can significantly lower testosterone. Here's why. When you drink, your body treats alcohol as a poison. It hits the emergency brake on everything else to prioritize metabolizing it. This process puts immense stress on your liver, the command center for detoxification and hormone regulation, but it gets worse. Alcohol directly impacts the Leydig cells in your testes, the very factories that produce testosterone. It also increases the activity of an enzyme called aromatase, which actively converts your precious testosterone into estrogen. So you're getting a double hit, less production and more conversion to the female hormone. On top of that, it absolutely wrecks your sleep quality and recovery. Alcohol might make you feel drowsy, but it fragments your sleep, preventing you from reaching the deep restorative stages where testosterone is produced. So those post-gym beers? They are literally undoing the hard work you put in, creating a hormonal environment that favors muscle breakdown, not growth. The quick fix is simple, and it's about being strategic, not necessarily about total abstinence. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 drinks per week, ideally on your rest days when you're not trying to maximize muscle repair. This minimizes the impact on your recovery and hormonal balance. A great strategy is to schedule alcohol-free days from Monday to Friday. This creates a clear boundary and helps break the habit of a daily drink to de-stress. When you feel the urge, swap in a healthier alternative that still feels like a treat. Try sparkling water with a squeeze of lime, a high-quality kombucha, or a calming herbal tea like chamomile. Your hormones, your sleep, and your waistline will thank you. Next up, poor sleep. We've all heard the myth that you can just catch up on sleep during the weekends. You grind through the week on 5 hours a night, telling yourself you'll make it up on Saturday. That's completely wrong. Your body's hormonal system is like a finely tuned orchestra. It thrives on a consistent rhythm, not chaotic bursts of rest. The vast majority of your daily testosterone production happens during the REM and deep sleep stages. This is your body's prime time for repair and hormone synthesis. When you skimp on sleep, you're directly shutting down this vital production line. You're essentially telling your body that survival is more important than thriving, so it cuts funding to non-essential projects like building muscle and maintaining a healthy libido. The data is shocking. Just 1 week of sleeping only 5 hours a night can drop your daytime T levels by up to 15%. To put that in perspective, that's the equivalent of aging you by a decade or more, hormonally speaking. Think about that. 1 bad week of sleep can give you the testosterone profile of a man 10 years older. The fix: aim for a non-negotiable 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. And here's the key: establish a consistent wake-up and sleep time. Yes, even on weekends. This anchors your circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. And you must create a non-negotiable wind-down routine. The most important part? Put your phone away an hour before bed. No exceptions. The blue light from screens directly blocks the production of melatonin, your master sleep hormone. Without it, your brain never gets the signal that it's time to power down. Instead, read a physical book, listen to calm music, do some light stretching, or just relax and talk with your partner. It's simple discipline with a massive payoff for your energy, focus, and hormones. And number 3, chronic stress. This is the silent killer of testosterone in the modern world. We're not talking about the acute stress of a tough workout, which is actually beneficial. We're talking about the relentless, low-grade stress from work deadlines, financial worries, or relationship issues. Think of cortisol, the stress hormone, and testosterone on a seesaw. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. They are made from the same hormonal precursor, pregnenolone. When your body is chronically stressed, it shunts production toward cortisol, effectively stealing the raw materials needed to make testosterone. They are in direct competition. Constant stress keeps your body in a perpetual state of fight or flight. This is a survival mechanism designed for short-term threats like running from a predator. But when your predator is a never-ending stream of emails, your body never gets the all-clear signal. In this survival mode, building muscle, having a strong libido, and optimizing hormones are seen as luxuries your body can't afford. The fix is to actively schedule downtime and build resilience. You can't always eliminate stress, but you can control your response to it. Just 5 to 10 minutes of intentional de-stressing daily can make a world of difference. Here's your rapid-fire stress reset. Take a short walk outside, preferably in nature. Practice deep box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Or try a 5-minute guided meditation using a free app. The key is to consciously disengage from the stressor and give your nervous system a chance to reset. Don't wait until you're burned out. Prioritize this downtime like any other important appointment in your calendar, because it is. Your hormonal health depends on it. Okay, gym rats, overtraining with too much cardio is a T-killer. Long endurance spikes cortisol and breaks down muscle. You're running your gains into the ground. Fix, swap 2 long cardio sessions for strength. Lift heavy 2 to 3x weekly. Squats, deadlifts, bench, big T stimulus. And schedule real rest. Next, ultra-processed, high-sugar diets. Not just empty calories. Oils, sugars, additives drive inflammation. Inflammation disrupts hormones and pushes insulin resistance. Fix, for 1 week, swap 1 processed item daily. Cereal to eggs, chips to nuts or fruit. Fast food burger to grilled chicken salad. You'll lower inflammation, steady blood sugar, and feed T production. Habit 6. Excess body fat, especially belly. Fat tissue has aromatase, converting testosterone into estrogen. More fat lowers T. Low T makes fat gain easier. Fix, small calorie deficit and prioritize resistance training. Aim 1-2 pounds a week. Ditch liquid calories. Drop 5-10% body weight. Huge jump in your T to estrogen ratio. 7. Nicotine isn't harmless, and yes, that includes vapes. It's a pervasive myth that vaping is a completely safe alternative to smoking. While you might be avoiding tar, you're still mainlining a substance that directly wages war on your hormones. The core issue, the one that impacts your testosterone, is the nicotine itself. Any form of nicotine, whether smoked, vaped, or chewed, acts as a vasoconstrictor. That means it tightens your blood vessels. Simultaneously, it signals your adrenal glands to pump out cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. This isn't a temporary inconvenience. It's a constant, low-grade strain on your entire system, creating a state of chronic stress that directly antagonizes testosterone production. Think of cortisol and testosterone as being on opposite ends of a seesaw. When one is chronically high, the other is pushed down. This constriction has a devastating downstream effect. When you have less blood flow to crucial hormone-producing centers like the testes, you're directly compromising your body's ability to manufacture testosterone. It's a simple, brutal equation. Bad circulation equals bad for T. You're essentially starving the factory of the raw materials it needs to function. The fix here isn't about willpower alone, it's about systematically dismantling the habit. We'll use a simple, powerful framework. Identify the trigger, replace the routine, and define the reward. First, take one decisive step today. Download a quit app like Smoke Free or Quit. Check out a free resource like smokefree.gov, and, most importantly, tell someone you trust that you're quitting. Vocalizing your commitment creates accountability, which is a powerful tool against temptation. Next, identify your triggers. Is it your morning coffee? Finishing a meal? Feeling stressed? Now, replace the routine. Instead of reaching for nicotine, execute a pre-planned action. Take a short, brisk walk. Brush your teeth. Drink a full glass of ice-cold water. The key is to have a replacement ready the trigger hits. Finally, reward yourself. The reward from nicotine is a quick chemical hit. Your new reward needs to be tangible. Maybe it's the satisfaction of marking another day complete on your app, or transferring the money you saved into a separate account. You need to rewire that entire trigger routine reward loop. 8. Let's talk about the invisible enemies, everyday chemicals like BPA and phthalates. These are hiding in plain sight in plastics, the linings of canned foods, cash register receipts, and even your favorite personal care products. You're exposed to them daily, often without even realizing it. They're known as endocrine-disrupting chemicals, or EDCs, because they interfere with your hormonal system. They can mimic your natural hormones, like estrogen, and they can block testosterone from binding to its receptors, effectively preventing it from doing its job. Over time, this constant, low-level chemical exposure adds up, creating a significant body burden that can suppress your natural T production. The fix can feel overwhelming, so let's simplify. Don't try to eliminate everything at once. Instead, perform a quick audit of your kitchen and bathroom, and focus on 2 high-impact swaps. First, in the kitchen, stop microwaving your food in plastic. Heat dramatically increases the rate at which chemicals like BPA and phthalates leach out of the plastic and into your meal. This is non-negotiable. Always transfer food to glass or ceramic containers before heating. While you're at it, start swapping out your plastic food storage for glass alternatives. Second, in the bathroom, go fragrance-free. Check your soap, shampoo, and deodorant. If the ingredients list includes fragrance or parfum, that's a red flag. This is a legal loophole that allows companies to hide a cocktail of potentially hundreds of chemicals, including phthalates, without disclosing them. Look for products explicitly labeled fragrance-free or scented with essential oils. Just making these 2 fundamental changes, switching to glass for food heating and choosing fragrance-free personal products, will cause a massive reduction in your daily chemical load and give your endocrine system a fighting chance. And number 9, the devastating double whammy of modern life: sedentary days combined with low vitamin D. Your body synthesizes vitamin D from sunlight exposure on your skin. It's unique because it acts more like a steroid hormone than a vitamin, and research has shown a strong, direct correlation between sufficient vitamin D levels and healthy testosterone production. If you're deficient, you're leaving a huge amount of hormonal potential on the table. The primary fix is simple. Get outside for 10-20 minutes of midday sun on as much skin as possible without burning. For fairer skin tones, 10 minutes might be plenty. For darker skin tones, you may need 20-30 minutes or more, as melanin provides natural sun protection but also slows D3 synthesis. However, you can't manage what you don't measure. It is crucial to get your levels tested by your doctor to know your baseline. Ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. If you're low, or if you live in a latitude where sun exposure is limited for parts of the year, supplementing with vitamin D3 is a wise move. A general dose is often between 2,000 to 5,000 IU per day, but you must discuss the right amount for you with your doctor based on your blood work. And to combat being sedentary, the rule is simple. Break up your sitting time at least once every hour. This doesn't have to be complicated. Set a timer. When it goes off, stand up. Go for a quick walk to the water cooler, take the stairs instead of the elevator, do a set of 20 air squats by your desk. The goal is to send a signal to your body to keep your metabolism awake and your circulatory system firing. Movement is life. So there you have it. 9 habits, 9 actionable fixes. Knowledge is one thing, but action is everything. Now, it's time to choose your challenge. You are in control. Don't get overwhelmed. I want you to pick just one of these 9 habits to focus on for the next 7 days. 1. That's it. For 7 days, I want you to commit to implementing its fix. Track how you feel. Note your energy levels, your mood, your sleep quality. This is your personal experiment. Now, I want you to make it real. Go to the comments section right now and tell me which one habit you are committing to for the next week. Are you cutting alcohol, fixing your sleep schedule, quitting nicotine? Declaring your intention is a powerful first step. Which habit surprised you the most? Let me know below. And hey, if you got value from this video and you're ready to take back control of your health, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We're just getting started.